everyone. Today I will be showing you how to manage your user IDs and passwords for administrative users in ClassJuggler. To get things started, let's create a new administrative user that we can this webinar. We won't go into detail about everything you can do with user administration. Instead, we will be focusing on IDs and passwords. So starting from the home base main screen, click on Add New User from the User Administration section of the purple sidebar menu. I'm going to add the new user, Linda James, to my demo account as a new employee. I'm going to tab to the next field, and when I do this, ClassJuggler will create a user ID for me based on the first initial of the first name and the full last name. I can change the user ID if I wish. All right, finally, I'm going to enter my email, and then when I save this new administrative user, ClassJuggler will automatically send an email to that user with the user ID and temporary password. And so I'm going to go ahead and copy this temporary password. All right, it already has L. James there. So I'm going to copy the password back in and sign in. And now we are brought to the changing your password screen. So the reset password screen is the same whether you are signing into your account for the first time or if you are resetting a forgotten password. As soon as you enter your temporary password received in the welcome email or a reset password email, you'll be taken to the Change Your Password screen. The screen often confuses people. In the very first field, ClassJuggler is asking you for your current password. The key thing to remember is that the current password means the most recently assigned password for this user. The current password will always be that password received in the email. So I'm going to go ahead and paste that temporary password back in, and I'm going to use a simple password and save. Okay, so now Linda is signed in. So we just looked at resetting a new user's password. All right, so resetting a password is as easy as 1, 2, 3. All they need to do is first go to ClassJuggler's sign-in page and click on the I Forgot My Password link. So she's going to click on the I Forgot My Password. And it's going to bring her to this screen where she'll put in L. James, her user ID, and click on the Reset My Password. And a message appears telling you your new temporary password was sent to your email. So we're going to go ahead and copy that. Now, if you are not receiving your reset email, you want to check your spam folder. If you're still not receiving the email, your email address could be different than you expected. You can check with a ClassJuggler administrator at your business or call ClassJuggler support if you are the only administrator at your business. So when you receive that password reset email, we're going to go ahead and copy that, and then we're going to sign into your account. So we're going to paste that back in and sign in. And again, we will put that temporary email password, reset password, into this current password. And then you're going to create a new password. And save. And then Linda is signed back into ClassJuggler. If you want to change your password and you know your current password, you can do so by clicking on the Change Your Password link on the purple sidebar menu. Right here, you just click on this link, and that takes you to the Change Your Password screen. You'd put in your password, and then you can create a new password. To change your user ID, Once you've logged into your ClassJuggler account, you can click on the Manage Your Profile screen on the purple sidebar menu. If you have sufficient privileges, you can see an Edit button next to the User ID field, allowing you to make the change. But in this case, Linda James does not have sufficient privileges to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out of her name. And I'm going to sign back in using another user, Ted Brown. So T Brown. And I'm going to put in his password and sign in. So Ted Brown has sufficient privileges to allow him to update his own user ID. So I'm going to go to the list users, click on Ted Brown's name, and we see that Edit button next to the user ID. I'm going to click on this Edit button, and that brings up a screen to allow Ted to change his user ID. And he just wants to change it to Ted Brown instead of T Brown. He will be sent an email unless he deselects this option. And we're going to save. Because Ted has sufficient privileges, he may also edit other users' administrative records. So you just have to go back to the list user screen, and he can edit, send password updates to any of these other administrative users, except for the key contact. Only the key contact user themselves can make changes to their own record. The only difference when updating IDs and passwords for others is the option to choose a new random password. And as always, the user will still have to change their password to a value only they know once they sign back in with the temporary one that you assign. The last item I want to discuss relating to passwords is with your customers. Customers use their email address as their ID and were assigned a random password when their account was created. In general, a customer should be able to recover their own password by using the I forgot my password option on the portal sign-in screen. For convenience, an administrator can also reset a customer's password. Let's look at how. I'm going to look at my customer, Sandy Earl. And to change their password to a new temporary password, and we're going to click on the Edit Password link located in the Customer Portal Allowed section. And then we just click on the Random, and it creates a random password. We would save it. And then an email will be sent to Sandy with her new temporary password. Well, thank you all for joining me today.